so most of you know that we did a rockathon already like a couple weeks ago, and that rockathon was to raise money for different people in the village that needed some assistance or just a little bit of help. We've all been in that situation. That's Orion talking to us. Anyway, we had so many people come out to help out that we actually had to do a second one because so many people had put their money out to have their song reviewed, but the internet kept cutting out and we had different situations. But we had already done 15 hours, so we came back for a second rockathon, and this is one of the videos from that. Again, you'll notice us getting a little bit tired, so have a little patience with us, but I think we did pretty good this time. So thanks for everybody for coming out to help out, and we were actually able to help somebody get in a situation where they were able to save their house. They didn't lose their house, and a couple other people that their stories are pretty cool. So yeah, shout out to you.
All right, this next joint is from Twin Temple, Lucifer, My Love.
Ooh.
So here we are. That's that dude in the thing that
Wait,
he
what
changed
did we
his
just
name
give it
to
to?
Lucian.
I gave it an 8 and you gave it an 8.2.
I gave it a 7.9, honey.
And I gave it an 8.2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, Twin Temple, Lucifer, My Love, and we're off.
To the big homie Rad.
Lucifer, my love.
All right.
Lucifer, my love. The candles are burning bright. Give me a little death. Take me as human sacrifice. I'm just a fool in love with you. I'd never sell my soul, but I give it freely to you. Oh, Satan, deliver me from society's hypocrisy. I'd kill, spend eternity with you. So tell me your preference. Blue denim or red dress, or should I risk arrest? I'm not ashamed of my nakedness. I'm not a saint, but I'm not a whore. I'm a woman. Oh, I've been screwed. I may not be a virgin, but I'm saving myself for you. I'm just a fool in love with you. I'd never sell my soul, but I give it freely to you. Oh, Satan, deliver me from society's hypocrisy. I'll spend eternity with you. I have the faith to lead, and I'm not afraid. My love, I'm writing you this letter 'cause church and state think that we just can't be together. Well, church and state just don't seem to know a thing, especially about the two of us. And anyway, baby, you're a much better kisser than Jesus. I'm just a fool, a fool in love with you. I'd never sell my soul, but I give free to you. Oh, Satan, deliver me from society's hypocrisy. Oh, you spare eternity endlessly, everlastingly, forever and a day in perpetuity. Away with you, Lucifer,
Whatever floats your boat, lady. Comment section. Okay.
Well, this is
This is meant to be taken seriously?
well, this is exactly
right?
the conversation we had at the beginning of the documentary. Remember that? You were saying they're making fun of this guy and he wants to be taken seriously. I'm like, no, all these guys are tongue in cheek. They don't take themselves that seriously. The guy's walking around in a freaking whatever. So, it's not meant to be taken, that seriously. I just think I looked at their like this right here.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like Ghost. The Ghost logo.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like the Ghost logo. Like these guys were obviously, to me, they were obviously inspired by Ghost. This record came out in 2019.
Oh,
so,
okay.
like they're definitely doing their own thing. Like they don't sound exactly like Ghost, but Ghost has that sort of like 50s, 60s, jukebox type of sound, but then they're talking about the devil.
Yeah.
And so they were obviously inspired by Ghost and they had their own twist to it. So from that perspective, they did a good job. I
mean, I thought it was funny because
the whole thing was just but obviously
and some of it was a little shocking.
If you believe that there are literal dark intelligences in the world that harm people, then it's not as funny, especially if you've come face to face with some pretty horrible stuff like I have. But at the same time, like there's the irony of this whole thing is that a lot of people like look at you and they go, oh, you were sheltered, yada yada yada, you were not exposed to X, Y, and Z. And from my perspective, I'm like, oh, she's sheltered, like she has no idea about like the capacities for actual evil, like she doesn't get it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's one of these like really ironic things where it's like people look at you and they go, oh, Sori's so sheltered, and I'm looking at a lot of these folks and being like, no, you're sheltered. Because
that's an interesting thought.
I've seen some pretty dark stuff, man. I've seen some really, really, really dark stuff and been around certain atmospheres that were like, yo, something else is going on here. Like, remember that girl in the documentary when she started getting carried away with it, and she was like, we're going to kidnap people, and we're going to execute the president. Hail Satan! Hail Satan! And then the intelligentsia of the Satanist group called her up and were like, it was kind of funny because it got all quiet and shit. And the dude was like,
well, especially because they're like, seemed like at the beginning they were about like no rules and like
it was like
going against the system.
Do what thou wilt,
Yep.
and we're not looking for followers, we're looking for collaborators, and
Yep.
da 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 da. And then this broad went out.
Stepped on it too far.
Too far. But you could tell like something was going on with her in that moment that was not just her. And the regular Satanists who were just playing games were like, "Yo, chill! You talking about killing people? Like, where?
I don't associate with you."
It's like the Dave Chappelle thing, like kill everybody in school, nigga. Everybody in school. He's like, do some drugs, nigga. If you trying to do some drugs, nigga,
this video's getting
kill
blocked for sure.
everybody. So all the Satanists were like, yeah. And then she was like, we're gonna execute the president. Whoa. Wait a second, bitch. And they kicked her out.
That was it. She was done.
They booted her.
They couldn't be affiliated with her anymore.
Yeah, that's what they said, is that we can't be affiliated with you any longer. So, most of these guys are just playing games and are just trying to poke Christians in the eye and stuff. Like, they don't, But then one of them actually, like, went there and they're like, whoa.
Well, I think that, like, some of the times, like, people have this, like you say, false view of what Satan is actually like. And there's the whole, like that whole thing, you're like, oh, well, girls, they always want a bad boy so they can help him and fix him and save him. And so, like, Satan is, like, the ultimate bad one. And so if you could love and seduce him, nothing bad could happen to you because he would, you know what I mean? Like, so the whole thing is kind of funny, and yet, I don't know. I just, the sound of it, though, going with the lyrics was even more funny. So I don't know.
I would like to see these guys live to see if this girl could keep a straight face as she's singing this song.
Like, I just pictured like her in like this gown, and she, when they and they kind of like keep her, she was like going down this darkened step hallway into actual like actually where Satan is. She's about to be surprised when she opens the door.
Yeah, I wanna. What do you give the song?
No.
I'm not ashamed of my nakedness.
I know.
Prove it. Come As a matter of fact, I saw you on Google. Don't prove it. Stay where you are. No, I'm just to go from you to the. It's a bad look. Okay.
What do you give it? I can't.
Obviously,
this is not on a serious score.
I'm going to give it a 6.
I mean. Oh, I'll give it a 6 too.
Yeah, and then Sarcast, we'll let Sarcast vote. He gives it a 6. So this one gets a 6.
Six.
Unbelievable. All right.